And we just chat it. Okay, let's call this meeting to order. Elsa, can you put it on yours, or does anybody else wants to volunteer to be the secretary today?
Almost forgot.
We're all
Signature.
We're all running.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so call the meeting to order, roll call please.
Okay. Roll call. Bueno, Elsa Reus. Nancy.
Oh, she's against.
You're against. I'm against. You're
Oh,
looking
right.
at Dollar.
Justin Trujillo.
Are we calling each other's names out? V. Elman.
Charles James.
Jacqueline Labita. And else? Elise?
Present. Felicia Salazar present. Okay, any public comments? Seeing none, we move on. Any deferrals, additions, deletions to the agenda? Seeing none, we move on. Review and approval of the minutes of November 13, 2024. See anything,
Any changes?
any changes? Okay, make a motion to approve the minutes.
You did?
Yeah.
I second.
Second.
I second.
Jeremy. Okay. Any comments? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay. Okay, chairperson's report, I put it in the old business, so as we go, you know, we'll discuss it. Holiday book reading, Charles, make a quick synopsis of it.
Oh, the book reading went very well. I want to thank all the people that came and volunteered. You know, one thing we've been able to do, we already have a template. So it's very easy to continue, even if it's a new person. We just follow what we've done before for all of our events. And I think that's one of our, one thing that really helps us is that we already know what to do, or we can just kind of grab it and help. Even like the event before for Hispanic Heritage, they got it, embellished it, but they went with the basics. So thank you for that. I think we had I'll bring a written report next
No,
time. I think we had
I have the list.
about 60, I think about 60 some people.
Hold on a second, I got it.
We had about 50, 52, 53 signed.
No, I
But we always grab people, there was some people outside that had the
think we have
children
about
there,
58.
and we brought them in. Mrs. Claus was user, Mrs. Claus.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Some of the tricks didn't work, but the kids didn't know about it. Anyway, I would say, no, she was very nice lady. They're on time. We started on time. We registered everybody,
I
seated,
got it.
educational, committee,
Check the phone.
gave us some books. And
Amen.
we had a little refreshment there with some water and some juice and another thing for the kids, and it went pretty well. We started,
58.
I would say a couple of minutes after 12, and we finished about 1 o'clock.
That's wonderful.
So thank all the people that came and helped, and it was a good event. And the people really liked the theater. For some people,
Yes.
we've had it, for guys that don't know, we had it
And our
here.
town,
Right,
the
But it's a little bit
yes,
off, but here they
Yeah.
like it because it's real intimate, it's real close.
Exactly.
And the kids were sitting on the
Yeah.
floor, they were sitting right in
Yeah.
front of us.
It's like a show. It's like a
Right, it
show.
was real touchy feely kind of.
Yeah, very nice.
Thanks, everybody, I would have a written report
Okay.
next week.
In the form, Charles. Yeah, I think what helps doing this form and following the instruction is, like you said, it keeps whoever takes it over knows what to do. So it's very easy on the rest of the members who participate.
I want to thank Esther too,
Yeah.
Esther supplied
The goodie bag.
the goodie bag for each child. Matter of fact, we have some left, and I think she left them at the theater.
Yeah.
Because the theater's doing a Christmas camp. and they're gonna give them out during Christmas time, but it was more than enough for everybody.
Right.
Esther always says that.
Yeah.
Okay, next item, okay, Charles is, you again.
The concert in the park, Charles.
Oh, concert in the park, oh yeah, I'm looking. As you can see there, it's January 11th. Please, go back and contact those individuals that you, didn't contact before, or that you contacted before, tell them it's back on. And tell them it's on January 11th. As you know, this is a reschedule from our original time back a couple of months ago. The young lady is very talented. She has the kind of music that during the night, everybody will hear something that they like. And she's multifaceted. Her group is multifaceted, so I think it'll be a very good concert. We might not meet before. I don't know if we have a meeting before then, but again, most of our things that we do are already in play. I'll let Alice, if she wants to speak on the other part that we have about everything we have to do in order to get the performer there. But again, we've been down this road before. It's not that much new to what we'll be facing in order to have a nice concert. Weather, hope the weather will be really good, not too hot, not too cold.
Right.
And we're hoping for a good crowd. So please help us to advertise it. As you know, we have a brand new mayor and some new council members, and we want to show them from Cultural Affairs that we know what we're doing. And I talked to him at least twice, and it appears that we're going to have good support from the town. And we hope that continues. And if we show and bring our friends, then I think we'll have a good one.
What time is it
It's at
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. 7 o'clock.
So we would be there at like
6 o'clock.
Yeah, 6.
So
It's going to be at least an hour.
not the setup or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the, going back to the holiday book reading, they told us to be there like, what is it, 11, it started at 11:30, to be there by 11, we need to be there at least an hour and a half. Because we have to sit at the tables and hold everybody that's coming is packed. The lobby was too small for them.
Are we gonna give any food to the band or no?
Yeah, so per the band, we'll have to, she hasn't sent me the agreement just yet. I do have the invoice from her, but with any band, we kind of have, if we're booking them, we have to follow whatever requests they have.
Okay,
And the food is usually always a part of it.
okay,
So whatever she sends me of requests, I have to,
yeah,
you
okay.
know,
So
I have
the
to comply
agreement
with
is
it.
not signed yet?
the invoice is already confirmed. But the agreement, which is what we didn't have last time, I'm still pending.
And do we have a flyer for that already?
I will share it with you guys by end of week.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, but we need to start. Invoice,
And how can we advertise more, this event? Can we do anything with the town that, I know that the town has, their emails of people that have registered in the town. Can something like that be blasted to?
We have a monthly newsletter. That's what we do with the emails. We send out a monthly newsletter of what's going on in the town.
Mhm.
So the Jazz in the Park will definitely be a part of that
Okay.
January newsletter. It'll come out like the first few days of the year, so
Okay.
about a week before the event, that will go out to everybody. But that happens with all events, so Jazz in the Park is definitely included in that.
This is not an Eventbrite. In other words, everybody's invited to attend.
We can do Eventbrite, but for a concert, I don't really think it makes sense. What we'll do is put it on our website with our calendar of events.
Okay,
And obviously we'll promote it on social media with the band, with the flyer. The flyer goes on Facebook. I believe they also post it on Twitter. And on Instagram, they'll do something else. They'll find a video or something to do promo to promote the band coming.
okay.
But that's just standard of what we do. If there's
Right.
anything else, I always tell committees, if you guys want to put money towards ads, that's something you guys would have to motion and vote.
I'd like to add that, the past few months, Williams, Andrea specifically, requested if she could post our events in the website. And I said, yes, please. So, as soon as that poster is ready, please send it to me so I can forward it to her. So they can put it in Miami Lake, merchants.
The
have like two
Merchants
websites.
Association, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm,
the
okay.
merchants. So that's a good spot because a lot of people.
Maybe
And
we-
similar to Felicia, that if you guys have any partners or any, any from your personal lives, any businesses that would like to support, I think getting the word out is really what's important here. So any contacts you have that are, happy to share with their contacts is kind of what's gonna help us, spread the word.
Because now that you mentioned that, I thought of Fred Sendra and the Miami Lakes Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
They have a way of blasting also to all their.
Yeah, they've
members.
helped us with events before and putting it in their newsletters and stuff.
Okay, and then who can send it to them? To
I
Fred?
can send the flyer to the contacts, but it's, again, if you guys wanna follow up with that, I would encourage you guys to connect with them directly and let them know, hey, are you posting it?
The grants, I think they don't have like a mistake license, so.
And the chamber also, the Miami Lakes Chamber?
Yeah, they're connected.
Okay, all right.
I see it.
Because I know when I have my events that they did blast and they blast to all their
Yeah, and
members.
the
so that-
town is like partners.
Yeah, okay, so we could do that. And who's gonna contact Laker?
The Laker is on all of our Outlook events, so they are aware of all of our events, like I have to put everything on Outlook for staff to know. And the Laker is it's part of my list, so they're aware of all events.
Okay,
They've been aware of the generator.
all right.
How come
If
we're
you
not-
wanna follow up with them in terms to see if they're gonna do a story, that I can't tell you,
Okay,
only they can confirm that.
all right.
We'd like to contact, maybe they could do an interview with Valerie or either at least
Yeah.
put a picture in the paper that we
Yeah.
could find. One,
Right.
will we have a meeting, I don't know, the calendar in January before that? Hey?
Yeah, you guys need
Oh, we
to,
have it, very good,
Okay.
so we can get an update on the publicity.
And if you have personal emails or Facebook, if you could put it on your own
I send it
Facebook
to all
and
my
to your friends and send it out to them as well. You know,
And
a lot of
when
people,
the town sends it on my Instagram, I have it on the Instagram, then I forward to all my
Right.
people too. I do that.
because to me, it looked like a good time. People are back on vacation, not too much
Yes,
going on in the month of January.
Yes, Yes,
So to me, it would be a good time to have something that it doesn't conflict with any kind of holiday or anything.
I agree, I agree.
I think.
Is there a way for us to get linked onto the Outlook calendar so that stuff pops up for us too, for like
So-
members of the committee?
What you guys can do, but this you would have to do on your own is, you'd have to go to your meeting, you'd have to go to our website calendar where all our events are. You can add it to your personal,
Okay, what's the website?
Miami Lakes-FL.gov. So on our calendar, you can add, there's a button that lets you add to calendar. I can't add committee members because then I open,
Yeah.
the communication and sunshine and I don't. want
But
that.
can we have our own calendar for ourselves?
I did this on my own. I know she's gonna get upset with me because I did it.
Miami?
We created a calendar on our last meeting, and this is what I did, I created it.
On
And-
paper?
Yeah, just pass it around, and then share it with people and everything is there.
So if you want it digital, what's already
I
been
have it.
approved and posted on the town, on our calendar is there. And that goes the same for meetings, by the way. So if you guys wanna add the meetings to your calendar, like the button lets you do it electronically.
Tell me again, it's Miami Lakes?
-FL.gov. If you guys want, I
Okay.
can share it from here so you can see it.
Yeah, the same way as when we do
Yeah,
an
this
email
one.
to you, yeah.
But I wanted to show you this. Like, if you guys just wanna make sure what, cause I know sometimes we discuss things, but they haven't been finalized per se, like whatever. So
Okay.
this, by end of week, this will be refreshed and it will show the jazz in the park. But for example, right, this event is this Friday. When I click it, I can add it to my calendar.
Okay,
Okay.
So that button lets you add to the calendar directly.
okay,
And same thing goes for committee meetings or council meetings.
right, good, good.
Mhm.
What's this Friday?
Youth activities has a winter.
Oh, you,
movie.
okay.
I, once we're registered onto once we add this calendar to our own personal, does it automatically pop the stuff that comes up here to our own calendar, or do we have to physically go in there and add it?
I think it lets you, cause it's saying add and it lets you add it to your. So I would think it takes the information.
Every time something comes up?
Not every time. No. This is if you wanna add personally any of these to your calendar.
Oh, sorry. Mhm.
Yeah,
This is
soon-
nicely done, Felicia.
Yeah.
Yes, as soon we got approved last
Very
month,
nice.
I created it. Yes, there's still some stuff, but it's just administrative stuff for this guy. Okay, any other questions for Charles about the concert?
Oh, and last thing, we'll obviously have food trucks. I'm gonna invite back the two that were canceled that day to see if they're available. If they're not, then we'll open it up to another two.
There's, on the farmer's market, they have these food, that, skewers and, what do they call the little ones, sliders. I said to them, these are better than shoes. Okay, so I got their names, so if you need a name, I'll ask them.
Yeah, if there's any food vendors interested, we have a link online where they should be signing up, so we can send them information when there's availability.
Okay, any other questions on the concern department? No, okay. Next item is please take out your calendar and proposed coordination list. Okay, at the last meeting, we tried to fill out the proposed dates. As you can see, some of them are like pending,
You know, when.
because we don't know, this one. I think it's at the end. Okay.
Page 8.
And then, basically, the Hispanic Heritage Month, we wanted to, I think we tabled because we were running out of time. So, but I think it's important that we get started on the Hispanic Heritage, on the country, so, I'd like to, anybody wants to make a motion to which country we wanna feature this coming year? Anybody?
Well.
You guys can make a
Peru-
motion.
Make a
Yeah,
motion?
Peru
Make a
came up.
motion?
Yeah,
Make a motion.
I make a motion for Peru.
Okay,
Any second?
Great, any, okay, any
I
second?
I
Okay,
second the
yeah,
motion.
Peruvian food is delicious. That's what we.
Mingshu Pakshu.
Oh, Chipish, I wanna go there. Okay, do I hear a second?
Yes.
Yes,
Second, Patsy.
Okay, Z seconded. Any discussion?
I
Okay,
really think it's a good idea because we have some Peruvian restaurants in the area and I
Right.
think if we reach out
Yeah.
to some
yeah,
local
that's the whole
people.
idea, is
Right.
reaching out to the restaurant.
Yeah,
Right.
and we also have a lot of neighborhood neighbors and kids in schools that are Peruvian, so if
Right.
we can send some of that stuff to the local activities directors, they
So
can
we
probably
need-
post that stuff on the
And
school
we can get started
website.
getting sponsors.
And we want to start getting, yes, we want to start early because it was kind of,
You've been going,
Yeah.
getting excited and all that. So,
and it's October 4th?
it's gonna be October 4th.
We have Roberto Alonso help for you guys for that event.
We have what?
You wanna do it there, you wanna do it, on another location, we'll figure out how many people.
Well, I just need to know because if not, I need to release the date. I'm holding.
Okay,
the date for you
let's-
guys.
October 4th,
Okay, why don't
October
we do
4th,
at Alonso?
yeah.
Because if we can get entertainment, if we can get
Actually,
dances.
do you guys wanna, let's finalize this motion and if there's any other
Yeah.
question you want.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
The motion on the table right now is for Peru.
For Peru.
Peru.
Z seconded.
Okay.
Everyone in
No,
favor?
the, now the
Favor,
thing
aye.
is the place.
Guys,
You
hold
wanna-
on,
No,
hold on.
no.
She's taking a vote.
No, is everyone in favor of doing the country of Peru?
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Aye.
wanna raise your hand, so go by
No,
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, you know.
Oh, that's unanimous.
unanimous.
Okay.
Good.
And then now-
Okay, so the location. can
The
we-
location, I think, Roberto Alonso.
think we should give it a try.
Yeah, we should go
Okay.
there in case we can get dances and then we don't have to go through all the expense of having to get a floor in.
Well, the tango was a special, so.
Yeah, right, yeah.
but I
And they
think that the
needed
Peruvian-
space.
I don't think the Peruvian have tangos.
Well, no, I don't know. We'll
Do you
investigate.
wanna make that motion or one of you?
Okay.
You're making a motion.
I make a motion to have the
Okay.
Spanish Heritage at Roberto Alonso.
Second.
Who seconded? I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any nays?
Any nays?
We'll give it a try.
People are gonna find us.
Yeah, they are.
Free food, free
Yeah, free
entertainment, they're
food.
gonna find us.
That's the. Not a days election.
Maybe they won't show up so
Drink up
early
and
this time.
jacket.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Okay, in the list here, I have concert in the park, 2026. I know we moved our concert from November to January. Do you want to cross this out and do
Yeah.
our concerts in January from now on?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
January may be a better time.
It is.
Okay,
Good
so
job,
I need to make a
Brady.
motion to remove this item from the concert and move it to January, so. Make a motion, to remove the November. Concert to January, like we're having, does that
Okay.
fall into our? Because
Say that again?
we're using the
For the
the
budget.
budget.
Right now, you're using the 2025 budget. Right now, we're in fiscal year 2025. It started October 1st. It will end September 30th. And then if you're talking about January 2026, that will be the following fiscal year.
So we cross it out, so we deal with it when we get to 2026 then.
I would suggest not dealing with it until fiscal year 2026. I would just suggest as maybe 2025 is coming to an end, the fiscal year. Just because you probably want to confirm the band in advance.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely.
But yes, the money would be fiscal year 2026. For fiscal purposes, it's.
Oh, okay,
fiscal
so
year
we're leaving it.
January 11th.
So you're gonna.
Don't leave it, January 11th, don't worry,
No
no
more. Okay.
motion to remove it because that will help us.
2025 is the same fiscal year, right? As right now.
Yeah, just, as you see in parentheses, the current fiscal year is October 1st, 2024 to September 2025. So, yeah. Okay, so we have the calendar already, set, of course, as we progress for the other events. Okay, what else? Art around town. Anybody, read it real quick, please, and see which one you want to be part of, like to be a coordinator.
To the chair, for Black History Month in February, I would like to see if we could get some additional funds. If we have some funds we haven't used, I think we have, I think the fee is 3,000. And that is what Flying Law is charging. So if we could get 500 from somewhere else, I think 500, that will cover the food and we wouldn't have to go into the budget, but then we'd only give them 2,500. So if we have something we haven't
Yeah, that's
used,
what we
or
need.
we have some activity that's already passed
That's what
that we
need to
haven't
start.
used, then I'd like to see if we could take that money and have set it aside for food. As for those of you who knew, we do a little bit for Florida Memorial because they don't like to eat before they sing.
Right.
So we get some sandwiches for them, we get some water for them, we get some soda for them, and we put it under the counter. And then we have some food outside for those that come in. So when they get ready to go, we just give it to them on the bus. They put it on the bus, they go back to the school, open up the cafeteria, and then they sit down and eat. They don't want the director don't like for them to eat before they sing. So if we could do that, I think it may be enough. We could get enough food for us and our guests, and then have something to put to the side for them to take with them.
Second the motion.
Okay, I like to add that.
But is that a motion?
He
No.
hadn't,
Yeah,
well,
that'd be-
on that,
we just discussed it.
No.
Cause I don't know where the money is.
Well, I motion to move the $1,000 from Juneteenth to Black History of Cultural Affairs.
okay, that's a motion. So is there a second?
Second,
Second.
Second by Charles.
So second, I'm trying to help you, second by Charles. I'm trying to help you figure it out.
Yeah. So the motion is to move
The $1,000 from Juneteenth
Juneteenth.
to
Black is.
Black History Month celebration. That puts us at
And that's-
4,000. If we get a couple of sponsors, we could probably do something nicer.
So that's a
Thank
second by Charles and now discuss.
Right.
Co-chair for that? Do you need a co-chair for that?
Yeah.
I think they want to.
She wants to co-chair with
See, you
Charles.
want to go chair the,
With Charles, yes.
okay, well, that will be.
Thank you.
Like I say, okay, Z. Okay, the question I had.
Okay, so is everyone in favor?
Well, I don't know if there is, are we done with
Is there any
discussion?
discussion?
Discussion. No, we need a approval from the council for the thousand.
Correct, but I need you guys to pass it first, if not, it doesn't go council.
Oh, okay. Okay, second, discussion.
The second was Charles, Z made the motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Against? Okay, okay, guys. So we do need to get approval because we're over 750, right?
Right.
Yeah, so that will
Yes.
just be part of the January council meeting. If I have the minutes by then, which I know you're telling me about the minutes. I just need the minutes. The chair will sign the transfer funds, which is what we just discussed. And that's enough to add it to the council agenda packet for them to approve in January.
Real quick, just to close on this item here, already contacted the Methodist Church. And they're looking into that there is available, I think it is, Jamil was very happy that we started this early on, so we're trying to get, the February 22nd for the Black History Month concert with the color, and also August 16th for the symphony orchestra. We're getting a different it's the same musicians, it's just that they split and now, but we're getting maestro. If we get, the thing is, they haven't submitted the invoice yet, right?
No.
Contract.
As soon as I have, whether you receive it or I receive it, we'll make sure to add it to your agenda. so
But
you guys can add it.
the church is already aware of those 2 days, the February 22nd and the August 16th.
Yeah, that was the request put forward by Felicia for Black History and for the symphony.
So
summer.
we need to follow up with them because,
Yeah.
and then the lady from actually, Renee Labonte, who used to be the original contact person, when we did it with them, is very happy, so she's working on something to send to us for approval for invoice. Like I said, the earlier we start, the more sponsors we can get, if the fee is a little bit high, because now we're getting high class. No, and it's funny, and I like to share this with you. When I spoke to Renee, she said that the maestro Lorenzo Luigi, whatever, he's Italian. And he needs that day because he needs to go to Italy because they're doing a movie about a maestro or something like that. And then the producer said, "Oh, why don't we use you as the actor?" So he's gonna be in that movie. So
Wow.
he's becoming like, no, it's like, I don't want a good movie. I like to watch it. So it's interesting. So we're gonna get the maestro, which we didn't have for the past 3 years, I think. Anyway, so it's a little bit of history from the background.
We're upgrading,
We're upgrading, yeah, we're gonna have a full orchestra this time. So I'm very happy with that. So, any other thing, anybody else that wants to join any other committee or event?
I will suggest that one of you take on 4th of July right now. On my end, in terms of organizing, that is a massive event, so I cannot keep waiting until very last minute.
I put everybody, I always put everybody.
Well, whoever wants to take lead on it, I would appreciate if you could bring a band maybe January or February, that we can that you guys can okay, let me, if any of you, whoever has the contact, can preview it, get them to send us a quote. So we have options, that would be great. I'm really gonna task you guys with a deadline of by February. I need to have a band in order for us to go full promo and really. As Felicia mentioned, in terms of sponsorships, it really helps to have a plan, and I cannot wait longer than February. As you guys know, we do have a concert, we do have a stage sponsor, so I do expect the event to be nicer and bigger this year with that extra money. So I would appreciate your support in bringing out the artists. Okay.
Real
Sorry?
quick, as part of the rest of I think it's the next one.
Can I ask
one?
wait, there was
Let me
a
just-
question.
Question.
He just wants to know who the stage sponsor is. It's Memorial. Healthcare.
Okay. So, when I was doing my research for performers for the Main Street Live event that we're getting started with, the grants, the merchants, the chamber, the economic development, it's a big thing that we're doing. I contacted a bunch of bands, and one of them was, Mantra. Their price is, I don't think the Main Street people can afford them. But if you have been to the Cars for a Cure, they're one of the feature bands and they're awesome. I've heard them before and they're a very good band. We can look it up and maybe we can, I mean, we can approve it now. And she gave me a quote. I spoke to her about changing them instead of doing the Main Street Live to do the 4th of July. I think it's a good band. They play all kinds of music. So, I mean, she may change the numbers, but I mean, I spoke to I think Carmen is their manager. Carmen Quintana.
And what's the name of the band?
It's called Mantra.
Oh, Mantra.
Mantra. So, we can, you know.
Excuse me, what was that quote? No.
Well, the quote that they gave us for Main Street was 1,800 without the sound. So, the cost of performance 1,800. A total of 7 band members, equipment included, not included. The cost is just for the performance, sound and lighting not included. So is 1,800 is, I'll talk to Carmen tomorrow and tell her that, of course, you guys have to approve it, or, you know. But I think the cost is, I mean, it's too much for the Main Street Live, but I think for us is good. I think how much did we have for
5.
Jackson Blunt? Was it
Well, we had 5 for Nicole Henry. I think Jackson Blunt did about 2,500.
2,500? And that was not including sound, so I'm assuming it will be like maybe from 2,500 to 3,000, which is for the 4th of July is not bad. Depends there, but we can discuss this in more detail, but I need to have her to give us the official one, because this is for.
Okay,
more or
so
less
this is a
that's-
band that you heard that you're recommending for the 4th of July.
Yes, we
Okay.
can find a video and have them, you know, they play.
No, I mean, I would task you guys with homework to be efficient with your time and your meeting.
Yeah.
You, Felicia has an option there, so you
Yeah.
guys can look up their name and, you know, see if you guys like it.
Mhm.
And if you do or you don't, if you wanna bring any other options, like, please come prepared with that quote, so
Mhm.
it would be nice for you guys to have options to choose
Yeah.
from.
But this is one option, I mean, I have tons of other options that.
Mantra, M-A-N-T,
Mine, travel together.
all together, okay.
So the quote was like for 3 hours, 1,800 without music,
Without
Without
sound
sound and lighting,
and light.
and lighting.
Music, they better play music.
I'm sorry, I'm just reading this real quick. So,
Not a big
so
deal.
basically,
Yeah.
that's one option,
better.
so, you know, at least we can start with, you know, getting our heads together.
Okay.
The next thing.
What is that, Main Street?
Music included, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you just spoke about Main Street Live from the agenda, right?
Yeah, no, we're still on this calendar thing.
Oh,
No,
oh, so you're not,
I'm on
wanting-
7C still,
What happened to the one I was writing on?
which is attachment, page 8.
Okay, so basically, we're covered with events, okay. I think the key here is to have the date, so we can move on to get the sponsorship packages together and so forth.
I think dates is what you guys went through last
Yes,
meeting.
and then if you want to join as a coordinator, we can add you. What I'm missing is 2 things. The sponsorship and grant subcommittee, I didn't put it in there, Evelyn, because I don't know if you had the time or to do it. I know there's workshops coming up for grants. Our grant, person for the town send us something, but we need to move on that really fast.
Can you forward to me?
Yeah, can you forward the information to her so she can?
I think I shared it with all of you, but let me double check.
So I can put you at as the.
Participate in the workshop.
research? Okay.
Yeah. I participated in one of them from the county.
Yes, I
by
did
Zoom.
one too. It was via Zoom. Okay, I put you in there. It's.
you put her in as what? What is it, coordinator?
But here,
On the thumb.
here you're mentioning a subcommittee. Is that what you're?
No, have her be the chairperson. and
Well, I mean,
coordinator.
at this point, there's nothing, I just wanna be here, there's nothing on mine, and there was instructions shared with the committee, if this is something you guys wish
No,
to
no,
go
she,
through with. you have
She
to
has
follow. the steps.
experience doing
Right.
that, so I think she's the best person.
But I'm just making you guys aware. On my end, I wanna make sure you guys
no, I
understand.
don't
The ball
think
is
we-
on your court. I would need you guys.
You will
to-
report of whatever you
Yeah.
find. and so-
Okay.
The way that you explained to me that day that we were talking is that I do the research, I get the information from the county, and then we forward to the committee here, the grants.
Person.
And they take care of writing the grant because it's, we don't.
It's part of
need
their
to
job.
Conflict is part of their job.
Yeah, but from my, what I understand, when we submit the application for the work, for the grant, someone has to be in that. It's not via Zoom, you have to be there,
In person.
In person, yeah, I can go to the county.
okay? So I mean, I work, I can't go, you know, if we have to, I'll go, but I think you will be able to go because you're retired and hopefully you won't be traveling. So, okay, I'll put you in there. So the next one is calendar events and publicity coordinate. That's the key to, promote. I mean, I've been doing it with the flyers.
Sorry, I'll take the opportunity before you move on that in terms of the grant, because I want to make sure this email was shared with all of you, so I want to make sure you guys all review the information. If it's something that, no, I'll re-forward it. I want to make sure you guys know this is what we're talking about. So the grants manager reached out to me, said, hey, I know the cultural affairs has talked about applying for this grant program. If you guys are interested in the next cycle, then you do have to, she'll have to apply by February 13th.
Next cycle.
There is bullet points of what needs to be done on your end before staff can even go in and apply. And I only mention that because February 13th is about 2 months away and we're going into holidays. So there are 2 meetings that would be required before the application. Max funding you can request is 7,500, but you have to do a dollar per dollar match. So if you're requesting 7,000, you guys need to put up $7,000. This is a very important component because if you're planning for events as you were doing just right now, that's something to take into consideration. If you're not willing to put up the money, then they're not gonna match at it. And then the funding has to be for an event next summer, so between July and September 2025, but you would have to have it planned and budgeted out by February. And there are reporting requirements, so you guys would have to keep track of everything you spend the money on and how many people attend the event, etc. There were links provided, so again, if it's something you guys really want to go after, kind of stick.
So if the match that we have to put up is 7,500 and they're giving us 7,500.
It's dollar per dollar, so that was just,
Yeah.
the 7,000 was an
match.
example.
Okay, so then does that mean that we have to spend all of it in a particular event?
Yeah, like there is no, oh, we'll see 3,000 here. No, you guys need to you need to tell them exactly what it's going. You're gonna have to have vendor source, like, this is pretty legit that we have to share with them.
Yeah, I think this is great for the 4th of July, if we can get it done.
So pretty much you're putting a proposal, a very
Yeah.
detailed proposal together.
They're very detailed. And there's a lot of accountability to that too. You gotta, held accountable.
It's taxpayer money.
Yeah.
So,
Have a budget and then reconcile, all the expenses.
But I think what my concern when I see this is if you guys are planning your events already, as you just were going through that calendar, you need to be aware of, okay, if we're saying I'm gonna give you 5,000 for this grant, then you need to have those 5,000 ready available and you have to make sure you're not spending it on other events. So it's just a matter of managing it. That's all
okay,
from you.
any questions, I guess we can.
We're getting
The
the
one
email.
person is knowledgeable on this,
Mhm.
so good.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk more about it next time, but we need to move on that. Okay, again, finishing up this list is the calendar of events subcommittee. Publicity coordinator, if anybody wants to do, I'll take it on. I mean, I'm the one that sends stuff to Linda and so forth, so.
What exactly is?
Well, the events coordinator is making sure that publicity goes out and, everything gets, put out the calendar, to share with the different entities, like presenting the publicity and all that, so it's part of because I know the town sends stuff to the Laker and they have the calendar and each month each issue, they do show what event is coming up.
Yeah, I think you.
So, if anybody wants to take on that one, I appreciate it because, it takes something off my
I
plate.
can do
You
it.
wanna do it? Go ahead, Justin. I will help you, you know, it's like just,
I can help Justin too. I just don't want to commit in case I'm not here.
okay, so you need okay, good, I think we are, this doesn't need to be approved, does it? I
I
mean,
mean,
we've done it for many
you guys have
years.
made motions for whatever, like.
We
Yeah.
have all the dates
And I
up
don't
to,
think
you
we're-
know, the fiscal year, and then, of course, the book talk is, Elsa will figure out, you know, what day will be in, you know, in September, right, normally?
In September, yes.
2025, okay, that's the only one, the only date that is pending. Okay, so any other questions on this? Okay, now let's move on. Next item is 7D. 7D is the Main Street Festival Live. We were invited by the Grahams, and it was our first time ever doing it, and we had a blast. Justin, Geraldine and I, and then Jackie also participated. We had a great spot. As when I spoke to Andrea, I said, I want that same spot next year if we do it. Because we were right in front of the stage. Everything was, we had plenty of space unless they opened that restaurant. We would not be in the way. But it was, the kids loved it. We had the spinning wheel, we had gifts, we had stuff. I mean, I put it out of my own pocket, but it was fun. When they invite us next year, if we have the energy to do it, it's a lot of fun and it's beautiful.
It was.
I mean, it was, whoever was able to attend, I mean, it was a very, very nice event. And, it starts like the beginning, I mean, you can see how beautiful they lit up the street. It's the beginning of the holiday season, so it's a very, it was actually the 39th anniversary, so they've been doing it for a long time. Okay, next item is the Main Street Live. That's another item that I've been working with the Grahams and the economic development and so forth, and I've been gathering, I had my last meeting with Underwood via phone. So we need to get together with the merchants, because they give us, nothing comes out of our budget, so they're putting up the money. So, we're picking, actually, they wanna do it, I guess they wanna do a test, because in the calendar, we show it from January to June, which is when the weather is nice on Friday nights. It's gonna be done probably the third Friday of the month. So, and then I've been checking the calendar for the schools and other, we need to check with other town events. So right now, they're considering doing it on the third Wednesday, third Friday of the month. From 7:30 to 9:30. I was timing it. This is a short list that I recommended. And, actually, I contacted, Jackson Bond to be our first opening performers, but they're not available. They'll be available May 16th, but it's not, I'm doing the whole, you know, from January to June, because if they get money, we can have the whole, you know. But we've been behind on this because they've taken their time to meet. And, but basically, you can look it up. There's the bands that we're recommending to do. And, if now we can have a DJ, one thing that I haven't, when I meet with them, because the Economic Development Committee has not, the Economic Development Committee is not meeting in December. So what I'm proposing, and instead of just having the bands, is to have also, also dancers and contacting different dance studios. And then, actually the theater, Danny Nieves, from the theater. If you wanna come, I don't know, we have to pay, and I'm sure we have to. They have an improv group doing a Christmas show at the Main Street on Sunday at 7:30. So we can, because we used to have it a long time ago, when we used to have the Main Street Live, and it's an improv group. They're comedians, they have to keep it clean. I told him, let's make sure they keep it clean. And, then we were thinking outside the box, maybe we can have the boutiques on Main Street to have like a fashion show. And then we can have a DJ playing music and, I mean, this is just throwing ideas to them to keep, make Main Street Live to bring people in. because
That's a
we're
good
trying to-
idea, a fashion show.
The fashion show, I think will be fun,
That's a big attraction.
a big attraction. We can have, I know different fashion schools, I think there's one in the design district. But if we have one or I think, the church did the fashion show one, right? I don't know.
I did,
I mean, I
I
think
did
it
it,
should be quality.
I did the children's fashion show for 16 years.
Okay, so we can, think
Do it
about.
again.
what-
Yeah, right.
I think the idea of having the boutiques themselves, because that would bring
The
the
boutiques
customers.
will probably,
Yeah, I mean, we're
They'll
meeting
work with
soon,
that.
I don't know, but I'm gonna they don't know about this fashion show yet.
Yeah.
So, and then, also, I contacted a
Mhm,
couple of
yeah.
artists, just to have a hands-on, or to maybe have an artist just doing paintings, and so people see how art comes together. Painting, or someone doing sculpture, ceramics, textile, all kinds of art. But hands-on, so people can see how the artist works. So those are ideas that I'm throwing out to them, and then basically it's, so.
Where's that in Main Street? Where would that take place, as you said?
I'm thinking of doing it, where the Cien Montaditos is, 100 Montaditos. That used to be our stage.
Right.
I try to call, I haven't talked to the manager yet. I don't think they will give it, but that's what, for the, Cars for a Cure, that's what Mantrap sets their stage.
So where they have the seats right there in the.
Yeah, well, we can get seats. I'm trying to get in touch with actually, Andrea told me that they use this stage guy that they use for the Lady of the Lakes. So she gave me the name, so I need to get in touch with him. Just a low platform
Mhm.
to.
For the festival, the people that they.
Are we
Yeah,
sponsoring
right.
this? When you say we, is that us?
No,
No.
there's no, I mean, I'm putting my time on this.
But who's doing this?
Is the merchants, the economic
Oh,
development, it's their money.
The Miami Lakes Chamber of Commerce, all of
Or
them.
a different group that got together to
Yeah,
make this?
so they asked us
Yeah.
to collaborate with them. I said,
Okay.
they love the idea of having the event called Main Street Lives, like we used to have it a long time ago. It was a test if you, I don't know if you got a copy of it. So you know. If you weren't here the last time we discussed it, so I presented this to them in a meeting. That's just the person you can know, the history of what the event is about. And that's basically, I'm excited. I think it's gonna bring Main Street.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Yeah.
and they all want to help.
Needed.
I mean, I presented it in one of our meetings for the chair, quarterly meeting, and Matthew from the economic development said, oh, that's the idea, as a kid, I used to.
go over this.
Yeah.
Maybe they could do, through the chair, maybe they could do some specials, the merchants could do some specials on that day,
Yeah.
2 for 1, 10% off, 5% off.
So I think they.
Buy deal,
We
get a
did
cocktail,
it
something
before,
like that, to try to get some
we did.
business.
Back in 2005, I tell you how long ago we did it. But it was, and we had Judy Atwood, who was a musician expert. Who, was the one going and picking the bands and all that for events. So, so
I
that's
don't know.
basically, okay.
Do the chair, I don't know, but I actually sang at Main Street when I was a kid through Radio Disney
Yeah.
and I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yes, but they don't accept anymore.
They don't exist anymore?
No.
Oh,
Andrea told me that one time they already
Yeah.
had the contract ready,
Yeah.
and they said to her, I'm sorry, we cannot do it anymore.
Yeah.
oh, wow.
So they didn't have.
Interesting, yeah, no, that's why I just thought of it right now, I was like.
I remember that.
Thanks
I
for that,
remember.
yeah.
Yes, Radio Disney was very popular, yeah.
I'll still do that.
No, I just,
Just for public.
but this is what I'm proposing, doesn't mean that they're gonna approve. us.
Mhm.
Yeah, these are the events are-
A star
The short
amongst
list
us.
of all, is that what it is?
A Disney star.
Okay, just, that's basically it. No, also the new business. I think, any questions on this Main Street Live? I think, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Are
be-
they getting paid to perform?
Huh?
The people that are getting
Yes,
paid?
they're submitting, I mean, we're trying, the guy from the theater, Danny Nieves said that they approved. May do it for free.
They should.
Because what they do is they promote it and then they go to the theater and see the whole thing.
Yeah.
So, and then we can get the schools to be, we're making them a small donation and the fashion show. Maybe the boutiques will pay for it.
Yeah.
So as far as money, nothing comes out of the contractors. It's there. What we're doing is the logistics and helping them out to put it together. Yes.
I have one more idea for that too. I know that a lot of times when you bring kids involved, you get a lot of people to come out, right? So if maybe we did like a Star of Tomorrow kind of competition for Miami Lake, like the
Talent.
Star of Miami
Oh,
Lake.
yes, perfect. I put it in there.
Like a children's talent. show.
Yeah, like a children's talent show. And that will bring, obviously, one kid brings, 10
Oh.
family members.
sure.
right?
Oh, they'll come.
Oh, this is great.
Along the
Who
same
knows?
lines,
Who
we
knows?
got one of the children dress shops
Yes.
to do a
Fashion
fashion
show.
show.
Yes.
Well, we used to have Peekaboo, we don't anymore. You
Well,
remember
we can get,
Peekaboo?
I think we
We
got
can
some
get-
stores there.
Yeah.
To do some fashion.
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
Canada.
Was have,
Yeah.
The one right there by the theater, I think.
That right there at the
It's a men's
corner.
shop there anymore now, I haven't seen one.
So if you know
There's one
anybody,
there, But I think.
I mean, we're trying to help the merchants.
Yeah.
Because I know Sheila does something every weekend on Friday
Yeah,
nights.
yeah.
So this is gonna be on a Friday night, actually. Carlos from Sheila's wants to meet with us actually. With her, I think Vanessa, she's his publicity person. And because she has ideas too, so I had to find out what she wants to do, so then we combine them and see. So I need to meet with Vanessa and Carlos from Sheila's. Because it's also part of the thing is that they have the same issue, because Carlos is part of the Economic Development Committee and Andrea is also, they cannot meet because of the sunshine. But I can meet with Carlos and Vanessa and find out what, they have in mind. So they do have ideas too. So we'll, the next meeting, I'll update you again on what's going on.
Can we ask some of the people that have already entertainment in their restaurants now to maybe come and do it for like less money so they can
Yeah.
promote, and then at the end they can say, okay, well, El Mariachi's gonna be at like Cancun Grill, come see us there, come whatever, because I mean, they're always there, so we can maybe do like a mariachi night, and then I know that the Cuban place right there by me also has a really good little band that plays, and they have music on the
Cubanta?
weekends.
No,
Oh,
Cubanta
just
closed
Cubanta
down.
closed.
The,
Really?
what,
They didn't give me a chance to go.
the one that
No,
was there on,
she's
next
talking about the one over at, with the Latin American.
yeah, by Latin America.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that
yeah.
one they have, they
They
always
have-
have music.
I'm gonna let Carlos handle the Latin bus, because he has a lot of Latin
Yeah.
connections. So I'm, between the two of us, I think,
Yeah.
we're gonna have, we may have more than.
Oh,
than,
yeah,
One
will.
Friday a month,
you will.
because it gets expensive.
Yeah.
According to Andrea, we may spend like maybe 5,000 per performance per month. But if we have the demand and we have people that
And
want
the
to
people come in,
participate,
right? Mhm.
it may be more like every Friday, like Carlos has it.
Yeah.
On Sheila's.
Yeah.
So we'll see, like I said, this is
Chelas
still.
has alcohol.
Huh?
Chelas has alcohol.
Oh,
Pools.
I know, I
So,
was at Sheila, and they have this video of all the events that they have in his class.
Yeah, yeah.
And, there's one person, and because of this, one person that, that reached out to me, and he has bands, it's called, flamenco jazz. Then they have Mediterranean musician, and then he's a DJ, but he has like a live show. I said, if we get him, it will put Main Street on the map. Because, I have the video here, I can share it with you, is his wife. And he plays the drums or something, but the bands are very good. The bands that have been contacting us, but of course, their budget is limited too, so they cannot go wild, so.
Mhm.
The idea is to get sponsors and to get everybody to do it. And Diego from the farmer's market, we can have a farmer's market, like for the Festival of Lights, they have the farmer's market all the way till 9 o'clock at night. So we can have the farmer's market, helping each other out. That's the whole idea.
Yeah, okay, new
So-
business.
Okay, new business, art around town. Marcy, what's it?
Grosso.
Grosso. She's an artist that she's done, actually she did a poster for the town many
Yeah.
years ago. She's interested in redoing the cow for the library. And she'll do it for free. And the thing is that the director of the library, they want to incorporate the library logo, so I said, well, then we need to get together with the three of them, the architect, because I have to move the sculpture, the existing one there, to her studio. So I reached out to them, they haven't responded back, so it's a matter of, you know, to get that done. Of course, by the time they're doing a big addition at the library here. And, I need to know the status, when can they move it so they don't get damaged, because contracts will destroy everything. Especially the little cow there is very, and then the garden club takes care of the garden, so they're saying, be careful with the garden. I said, don't worry, we'll fence it out somehow. But that's the status, so we have to like see what the director of the library wants, what she's gonna provide us. And then when the artwork is done, we'll share it, and then we, of course, we have a criteria of, you know, that the art cannot be open. I think we have it in the.
I want to mention,
Yeah.
there is no current criteria though, because we've talked about it as a committee. I've shared with you guys the steps that you guys need to take to kind of
No, that's the old contract.
Right, but I'm saying as of right now, there is nothing in place. So if like somebody were to come out and reach out to staff, like, hey, what is the process? Like, I don't have anything in place because I've asked you guys to, you know, come up with these guidelines, and I don't think anybody has taken the initiative to. So I need to know if you guys, you know, if this is something you guys wanna do again or not. I know we went over it. I gave you guys instructions that, you know, we needed to know from beginning to end, and I'm happy to resend that email to you guys, but I would encourage you to take the time to go through it, because if not, as of right now, we don't have anything. In
Yeah,
case
we-
anybody asks, because I think you guys said that there were some businesses that were interested in doing it, and there's nothing I can give them on behalf of Cultural Affairs.
So
what do we
can you
need
get
to
a
do?
copy of the
I'll
form?
resend it to you guys, because there was a couple of steps that we've discussed this like 2 times, so I wanna know if you guys are interested in doing it or not. And I'll look for the email and I'll resend it. So there was a couple of steps.
So the key here is to get the revised guidelines.
Like, there's no guidelines in
Oh,
place.
there
You guys need to come
Not the
up,
old one, we had the old one.
you guys can look at the old ones for the sake of, you know,
Right,
seeing.
What are the
if there's
guidelines
any-
for?
Huh?
What are the guidelines
It's,
for?
it's
For the
like
process.
years ago, we started that program. That was one of our first, you know, art programs for the cows.
Okay,
Because our first chair said, we need to, you know, even if the cows disappear from Miami Lakes, this is the legacy of what Miami Lakes used to be, which was a dairy farm. So we asked to see, you know, all the cows that we have, we don't have too many, but they had artwork, and I think the one on the Strega was redone, it's beautiful. And they want to do the one in the library, which is like getting all.
so basically the guidelines are on the design of the cow.
The artwork.
The art,
So here are the steps that were shared.
okay.
The committee needs to motion, second, discuss, vote on whether they want to take this initiative on. It's been many years since the program, so we need a vote from CAC that this is something that you guys are going to spearhead. As of right now, there is no program in place. If committee agrees to take this on, CAC needs to come up with up-to-date guidelines on what the steps are and how a business would go about this from inquiry to installation. What are the steps and processes? And once the committee finalizes this, then we're gonna tap our town attorney to do one last look at the form and for him to give a legal opinion on what needs to be changed or removed from the form. After that, we can go live with advertising that campaign on your.
Okay.
And that's if you guys wanna have that structure where it comes to the cultural, you know, if it's something you guys
Right,
want to
right,
put
right.
out there as a cultural affairs committee initiative. As of right now, there is nothing. I can tell you that there's a business that will grab a cow and, you know, will paint it themselves.
Mhm.
And really, they can do that, but this is, I guess, you guys kind of trying to tie it in with the cultural affairs board.
Yeah, it was our project.
Right.
So
I
anybody.
encourage you guys to take a look at this because this is like the 3rd time that we've talked about this, but nobody has brought forward these guidelines.
If anybody wants to make a motion that we continue with this program as we can, I mean, it's just a matter because
I motion to discontinue the cow program.
Well, right now, it's not even.
No, there isn't a
Please.
problem.
I motion not to continue or even initiate the cow program.
I motion to continue.
Well,
No,
I mean,
okay,
it's,
no.
hold on, guys, so there's a
Make a
motion,
motion.
so either you second it or nobody
Okay,
seconds.
is there a second for discussion, maybe?
I have a question about the cow.
We
situation.
can't, hold on,
Okay.
I wanna,
So I can make an
so
education.
there's a motion on the floor.
There's a motion.
Skip the motion if you don't mind.
Can you repeat your motion?
Please, you need to.
I motion not to get involved with the cow program.
That's the motion. And now I'm trying to see if there's a second. If there's no second, the motion
That's
dies.
second.
You second? Okay, so now it's not discussion.
Okay, discussion.
Okay, so my question was, this is for like to create new cows? Or to adjust the cows that are already in place?
It's the library cow.
No, it's not just the library.
No, I
It's
thought-
whatever
You're thinking,
Now that is like needs to be repaired or anybody that has a new business and the cow's there, the business moved and the cow's there and they want to take it on.
do we have
Let's say
anybody
like
that,
a real estate company, we want a cow. So here's the procedure, A, B, C, D, and here's how much it's gonna cost.
right,
To get a cow, to put in front of your place.
do we
it's
have
about
someone who
cow.
manufactures the cow?
Well,
Yes.
well, yeah,
Okay, that's the question.
Yeah,
It was about 2 years ago, you guys had requested a quote and it was like $9,000
Yeah.
for just the mold.
They give you.
And that was 2 years ago.
And
then
then
the
the
business
blank for that? Blank.
So that's what we need to
Right.
discuss. What is the, what is it that you guys would want in place if it's something you want to do? That's what's not clear right now.
Cause who pays for the cow? to have-
Realistically, a business is going order whatever they
Yeah.
want. But they want, once upon a time, it used to be spearheaded through cultural affairs, so they would come to cultural affairs, they would order the cow with you guys would help with the artists. And it would come together and that would keep, I guess, a uniform, you know, everybody was using the same mold or whatever.
Yeah, because otherwise then the cows will go different. The idea at the beginning was to create a mold. And then the artist, we will recommend the owner, when he pays it, that's his cow, but he needs to keep the same mold. So there's consistency.
yeah, like the one at Bank United, they sponsored that cow.
There's Maestros are like,
Yeah,
there's 3 of them.
right.
Plus Bank United, there's 2 on Commerce Way, there's the one in the library, there's the one in Publix,
Right.
and they all look the same.
Is there a benefit to us being involved?
It's art.
But what does that have to do with us particularly? I understand it's art, Felicia. Yes, I get it. But how does that benefit us as the cultural affairs committee? It doesn't say anything about us. It says somebody has money, they went and they wanted a cow, they put it in front of them. It doesn't necessarily, when you look at those cows, you don't just like, oh my God, the cultural affairs committee. Because some of them are in front of businesses that decorate them any.
They have a plaque that goes with it.
Uh-huh.
And the plaque says who owns it, and it's, you know, it's described who, you know, that is, if you go to the one in the library, you can see that there's several ones that, and the one.
Does
in
it
public,
say cultural affairs committee on the plaque?
I think it does.
But we're not tied monetarily to this, right?
We sell the mold to the person buys it, and then
Do we make money off of it?
You promote it.
we promote it.
So we basically make a lot of effort for no profit. Is that the consensus?
We get so many more sponsorship. We can get, you know, like I said, Publix wanted it like for a long time, they paid for it, they got their artists, they have. It's just,
It's just because it shows Miami Lakes, like you go, Calle Ocho and you see the roosters, you know, it's kind of like.
yeah.
Right, so when you
Right.
look at the
Where
cows,
Gables
you
started.
think Miami Lakes, you don't think, oh, cultural affairs committee.
Yeah,
Because-
but it's helping the community. Bringing, I mean, we can have, other piece of art, you know, doesn't have to make, to have around town, which is what part of our, you know, calendar is, art around town.
Right,
So
but if
that,
people
that's
have
what
been buying,
basically the cows fall into.
but if they've been doing it themselves this whole time, why do we need to?
No, they
no,
have
no.
not been doing it on themselves.
It's,
Well,
Yes,
businesses have
they have.
revamped
They
them on
were
their
out
own
there on their
without
own.
going to cultural affairs.
Yeah, because,
Yes.
and it,
And they have installed some new ones behind the park that the mold does look different. It's a complete.
see, that's my worry, that people are gonna start doing different.
Well,
cows.
as of right now, that's what I wanted to clear about. There is no program in place.
See, that's why, and then what's gonna happen, we're gonna have tons of cows that look totally different. And we have, and it is, like I said, I like to emphasize, we did this was a project from our committee. To have some kind of, and I repeat it again, is. We started this program back in 2001.
You have other people.
Yeah.
Okay, where are
Felicia,
we?
was,
In discussion, but there's
Okay.
discussions going.
Okay, so.
Was this a
in
Graham,
discussion, okay, whoever wants to say something.
was this a Graham In other words,
Graham, we're not involved in this.
no, I'm not too involved, but originally, was this something Miami Lakes was, this was dairy country,
This,
Yeah.
if we read the
Okay.
book, my relates us.
all right. And then the Grahams got involved, and then they decided to make a whole development here.
Yes.
So in other words, what I'm trying to understand, so the cows and Miami Lakes and the
There's a
grains
connection.
somehow.
Connection
yeah,
between the
it's a-
cows
it's
and-
a
Yes, they represent the
connected-
grass, they don't represent the culture.
Yeah, there's still some cows around.
Right.
This-
And the
this-
purpose
this-
of
this-
it's symbolic of Miami
And
Lakes.
we took it on, I mean,
Yeah.
our chair proposed it back then, and we didn't agree on it. I think that now. People don't agree with it.
Is there any other discussion?
Any other discussion?
May I speak
Uh,
as a guest,
I think,
as
yeah.
a resident?
That's a committee thing. If you guys want to open public comments, you can. That's a committee decision to make, not mine.
As a resident of my tax money? How's that?
She a member?
No, it would be
that's
public
all.
comment. So that's what I'm saying. You guys would have to open public comment.
When a public.
Somebody would have to make a
Make a
motion.
motion.
There is a motion on the table.
Okay.
I will remind you.
Yeah, there is.
Make a motion for public comment.
Okay,
Go ahead. All right, real quick. This committee has a decision regarding what you're gonna do about the cows, if you're gonna make any more or whatever. The bottom line is that the cows represent the Graham companies and original dairy that owned all this land out here. Before you did away with the cows or any involvement, I think to some degree, checking in with the cows and say, look, you know, you need to put in some money here because it's technically advertising for them.
go ahead.
To the Graham company,
The grant,
I'm sorry,
to check in with the grant.
whatever process you have to go through before you totally do away with it. Because it is part of our culture. I mean,
Our history.
exactly. So to do away with it altogether, I would give them the option of knowing that, hey, you know, it's expensive, $9,000, whatever it is, it's expensive. And, you know, do you want to get on board and help us with your trademark or not? But, you know, give them the opportunity to say, yeah, we'll help you out or whatever. I mean,
Okay,
because
let's
we
deal
all
with
know
that
those
because
cows
it's getting
represent
too
Miami
long and
Lakes.
we don't-
Well, there's a,
Done.
okay,
There's a motion.
So- public comments are now closed. There is a motion on the table. Are we done with that discussion? And Jackie has her hand.
Oh, Shaggy, what's this?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you.
Oh, she's
She's
eating her can. She's eating her can.
Okay, so just so,
Don't add in the minutes.
Yeah, no, okay, everybody, come on.
so is there any more discussion before we go for a vote? Okay then. Secretary, do you want to take it to a vote?
Okay, so
We can repeat the
A
motion,
motion.
so.
yeah, a motion not to get involved with the cow program. A motion not to have the CAC, the Cultural Affairs Committee, right? Get involved with the cow program.
Yeah, that was the motion.
Right, okay.
So if you say yes,
And
you're
then-
supporting that.
Right, correct. And Charles seconded.
Right, and we
Okay,
had discussion,
okay, all in favor of doing away with the cow program?
raise your hand.
Okay, we got two. In favor?
Yeah.
Two.
Z and Charles.
Okay, against?
I'm abstaining.
Okay, so we
That
got
was
one,
the-
two, 3, 4, 5.
So motion fails.
5, thank you.
So you have to write out all five.
You go. The what?
You have to write out all five, but remember?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then those are
Yeah, yeah.
against the motion. Denisha,
And
Elsa,
then Jackie, yes.
Sarah, Dean, Justin. Elise.
I thought I write down the ones against.
That's
Oh, that's true. I'm like, yes, got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll get the paperwork.
Yeah, again, I would encourage you guys to get it, because I think it keeps
Continue.
being brought up, but nobody's actually bringing up those guys.
Now we're getting the go ahead to,
I'll re-forward you guys that email, because I know it's a little bit.
okay.
Are we done?
Okay. Are we done with this item?
Yes.
Let's move on to, any announcements? Before we adjourn? One out. Okay, our next meeting is gonna be January 8th, so if there's anything, just to let you know, we're having elections, the January meeting, right?
Yes, so if most of you could be here, that would be great.
What are we voting on?
January, all committees
Remember.
have to, all the committees have to vote for all officers, chair, vice chair, secretary.
Any other questions, comments? Okay, so what time is it? 8:19. That's great. Okay,
I just
so
have
your
to-
motion to adjourn,
Motion to adjourn.
second,
I second.
Geraldine, okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, good night, everybody, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Sing.
Yeah.
And if anyone is here